Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we are all about real makeup for real life and real people. If you are new here, I want to say a very special welcome to you. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the party over here. And I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And you know the drill. Allegedly, if you ring that notification bell to all, YouTube might just let you know when that happens. So today is a 7 looks video. I love doing these videos for you guys. I love getting creative. I love creating multiple looks from one palette. And today I have 7 looks for you, as you would have seen from the title, of course, using the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. I am so excited to share with you the looks that I created out of this baby right here. It was fun, it was easy and effortless, and I will have all of my thoughts for you at the end of this video, so stay tuned until then. But with all of that said, we better get into it because I have 7 beautiful looks to share with you. Ta-da! Here we are. This is the final completed look. I did go ahead and finish off the eyes. First of all, with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Highlighting Duo Pencil. It is the Matte Camille shade and the Sand Shimmer. Emily Noel made me buy this. It's really nice for brightening the lower inner rim as well as the inner corner, the brow bone. I use the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara on the lashes. And finally for lips, I use the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in Nude Entrance, a new favorite. From my Shop My Stash for January, the MAC Matte Lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. This is a mini. And finally for gloss, I use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Crystal. So let's talk about this palette. So let me know down below which look was your favorite. I think mine was this combo down here, which is John and Abigail for President John Adams. But let's go ahead and cover some review questions here. The first question is, what, if anything, stood out to me about this palette? Well, first of all, I want to mention that the packaging has changed on this palette. It used to come in a metal tin packaging, and it's now this nice sleek cardboard packaging. So I do appreciate that. The other thing that stood out to me about this palette is the mattes. The mattes in this palette are just silky smooth, very little kick up in the pan, but they just blend like a dream. Even today, using this pink, which was even more vibrant on the eyes than it is in the pan, it just blended out like a dream, and I really, really appreciate that. I will say that most of the mattes in this palette, with the exception of this charcoal and the deeper brown, are very light in tone. They are probably what some people would deem transition shades, but I think they build up beautifully if you want them to be a little deeper. And you definitely have some deep options, as you can see today in this palette, to go ahead and deepen up the look, whether it is matte or otherwise. I did use the shade Abigail and the outer V to deepen up this look today. And that leads me to my next point. I feel like there's a few different formulas in this palette. You obviously have your matte shadows like I was talking about, but you also have some that I would call more of a satin shade. This one for sure up here, which is Romeo. And then I think some of these like Abigail, Ruth, and Elizabeth are also sort of, they're shimmers, but I wouldn't call them foiled shadows, whereas the rest of these are extremely foiled, specifically the shade John, and up here the shade Devotion. This is just such a stunning, stunning palette. The next question I like to answer is, what do you as a consumer need to know before purchasing this palette? Like I just said, the mattes are very light in tone with the exception of maybe this row right here. And so if you're of a deeper skin tone, I would keep that in mind, because some of these mattes here would possibly come off as ashy on deeper skin tones. I also didn't experience any fallout from any of the shimmers in this palette, which is absolutely phenomenal. I think it performs in every way that you would expect it to perform. It applies beautifully. The shimmers are very smooth, as are the mattes, and I really don't have any like words of warning to you about this palette. It's really, really beautiful. Next question is, would I buy this palette again, knowing what I know now, having used this palette for 7 looks and then some? And the answer is absolutely 100% yes. Actually, if this broke tomorrow, I would have to repurchase it, because I am now in love with this. I haven't gotten to use my Sydney Grace singles as much as I have this palette, because I've been working with this palette, so I can't make any comparisons there, but this palette is absolutely phenomenal. It's very unique to my collection. I like that these are paired up, you know, these couples that they have throughout here. I love that they are kind of little looks that are created or picked out for you, and that can be a really nice way to sort of test and figure out this palette if you do end up purchasing it. Of course, it's going to be linked down in the description box, as I always do. But then from there, you can very easily start adding other shades to these little duos that they have set up for you and create all kinds of looks, all manners of looks. It was even hard at times for me to stick to my original plan, which was to kind of create a look for each couple and then one using the center row. Knowing what I know now, who do I think that this palette would be perfect for? Well, anybody, honestly, that is interested in this color story, I think would not be disappointed in this palette at all. Performance wise, it's probably one of the most perfect palettes that I have ever tested in my 3 years here on YouTube. I don't think anybody that picked up this palette would be disappointed with it. I personally would like to get the Tiny Marvels palette now. It's in the same formula, same format, but a little bit more colorful, a little bit less deep and sultry and smoky, just to add some variety to my Sydney Grace collection. And last but not least, do I recommend it? Heck yes, I do. I do really recommend this palette. This is, if you've been wondering about Sydney Grace shadows, I think this is a great place to start. I did purchase mine on sale. I will say that this palette was 30% off during Black Friday. I do know that there will be another sale in July, typically on the Sydney Grace website. So if you want to wait and catch a deal on this palette, you could wait until July. Otherwise, maybe just, add this palette to your Rakuten or Shop Tagger account or whatever sort of thing that you like to use, and keep an eye for a sale. I mean, you don't have to buy it on sale. I think it's worth every penny of the full price. But I do recommend this palette so much. I absolutely love it. It's going to be a favorite. I already know that. I can't wait to use it some more. And that's pretty much it. I will have over on my Instagram, in case you're not following me there, thank you to all of you that did follow me over there. I finally broke 1K on Instagram. Now if I could just do that on YouTube. So thank you to all of you that did follow me over there. I really appreciate you. And if you do go over to my Instagram, which is always linked in the description box below, I will have up for you on my stories some swatches and also close-up pictures of all of the looks on my feed. With all of that said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I know that these 7 looks videos tend to run pretty long, so if you did make it to the end, give me a little sunshine emoji down in the comments. I just like to see who sticks it out till the end sometimes. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love creating multiple looks for you guys out of a palette, and this one was no exception. In fact, this is probably one of my favorite multiple look videos that I've done most recently. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.